So I've got a surprise for you, and I've been working really, really hard on it all day, and I'm so excited to show it to you.
All right.
It's in this room right here,
Okay.
if you want to go ahead.
Wow. What is it?
Well, I knew for your videos that this week was the letter K for God's kingdom, and so I really wanted to build you a castle to help you out. But I learned that God's kingdom is not like a castle. It's not a physical place like a castle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to our kids about is K for kingdom. And it's not really this physical castle that we can go and visit, but God's kingdom can be everywhere around the world. Jesus came and he talked about God's kingdom and said that God's kingdom is here. And put first the kingdom of God. Make sure that you're seeking God's kingdom. He even said that the kingdom of God is like this very, very tiny mustard seed. It starts very small, but that seed begins to grow, and God's kingdom begins to grow over all of the earth. And so it grows, even though it begins so small, it becomes this huge tree. Jesus even explains that the kingdom of God is like buried treasure in a field. And we know that treasure is valuable. And he means that the kingdom of God is very, very valuable and that we need to sacrifice for it, that we need to search for it and do our best to get to it. A long time ago, people knew that the king was coming one day. And so they expected this physical king to come and establish this physical kingdom with this giant castle, and he would fight other nations so that his kingdom would grow. But instead, when the king actually did come, which was Jesus, Jesus preached peace and love rather than destruction and violence. But still, his kingdom grows today. That's our job as people in God's kingdom, is to grow his kingdom. The more people in God's kingdom, the bigger it is. And that is like that mustard seed that grows into this giant tree. So it's our job as people in God's kingdom to spread the news about him, to tell others about him so that they can follow God and follow Jesus and see the love that he offers and spread that love to other people. And the more people that follow God, the bigger his kingdom gets. A kingdom is wherever a king is, wherever he's in charge. And wherever he's in charge of that kingdom, he gives out commands and tells his people what to do, and it's their job to follow his commands. And so as people in God's kingdom, we need to follow God's command. Jesus says that one day the kingdom of God is coming. And so it's important that we do everything we can to follow the commands of our King, God, so that we can do everything we can in order to be in his kingdom forever, to live with him forever in this perfect paradise, which is heaven. So we need to do everything we can to follow what God says, but also tell others what God says and spread that love that he gives. That's K for kingdom. Remember, it's not a physical place, but the kingdom can spread over the entire earth. It's our job to do that spreading, to tell other people, to tell our friends and invite them to church so that they can follow God just like us. That's K for God's kingdom. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that this has been beneficial for you. I hope you're enjoying this and have fun, and enjoy your coloring fun sheets. And join me again next time for the letter L for love. I'll see you again next time. See you guys.